I saw firsthand the power of sport in inspiring recovery, supporting rehabilitation and demonstrating life beyond disability. A group of inspirational people proving that anything is possible.
Prince Harry was all smiles as he arrived at a service of thanksgiving at St. Paul's Cathedral on Wednesday to mark the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. As he stepped out of the sleek black vehicle onto the cobblestone street, the crowd erupted into cheers. His presence had brought together a diverse group of fans, veterans, and royal watchers, all eager to catch a glimpse of him. The early morning air was crisp, and the sun began to rise, casting a golden hue over the iconic facade of St. Paul's Cathedral. Photographers and cameramen jostled for the best positions, their cameras clicking and flashing as Harry, donned in a meticulously tailored suit, made his way towards the great steps of the cathedral. The crowd's excitement was palpable as they watched him approach. Some had been waiting since the early hours, wrapped in blankets and sipping from flasks of tea, just to secure a good spot along the route. Their dedication was a testament to the deep respect and admiration they held for Prince Harry and his work with the Invictus Games. As he ascended the steps, Harry paused to wave at the onlookers, his face breaking into a wide, genuine smile. His journey to this day had been deeply personal. The Invictus Games, a sports competition for wounded, injured, or sick armed services personnel and their associated veterans, was a project that Harry had championed since its inception. Seeing it celebrate 10 years of success was clearly a proud moment for him. Inside the cathedral, the atmosphere was one of solemnity mixed with celebration. The historic interior of St. Paul's provided a majestic backdrop to the event. Stained glass windows threw patterns of light across the stone columns and arches, and an air of anticipation hung over the assembled guests. The service commenced with the choir of St. Paul's lifting their voices in a powerful hymn that resonated through the vast dome. Harry sat in the front row, his posture upright, reflecting his military background, yet his eyes occasionally showed hints of emotion. He listened intently as speakers took to the pulpit, each of them acknowledging the incredible achievements of the Invictus Games participants over the past decade. One by one, veterans of the Games shared their stirring stories. They spoke of the physical and psychological battles they had faced and how the Games had given them a sense of purpose and community. Their words echoed around the cathedral, touching the hearts of everyone present, including Harry's. Each story was unique, detailing journeys of pain, resilience, and ultimate triumph. One veteran, a former Army medic, shared how the Games had helped her reclaim her life after a devastating injury in Afghanistan. Another, a young Navy officer, talked about the camaraderie and support he had found through the Games, which had been crucial in his recovery from PTSD. Midway through the service, a short video was played. It featured clips from past games showing competitors in various sports, their faces etched with determination and joy. The footage also highlighted Harry's involvement, showing him cheering from the sidelines, participating in events, and awarding medals to the triumphant athletes. His commitment to the cause was unmistakable and deeply respected. As the service neared its conclusion, Harry was invited to speak. He rose, clearing his throat slightly before beginning his address. He spoke about the journey of the Invictus Games, its impact on the lives of many, and his hopes for its future. His words were heartfelt and resonated with a sense of duty and pride. Finally, the service concluded with a prayer and a blessing. The congregation stood as the national anthem played, filling the cathedral with a sense of patriotic pride. As the notes faded, the attendees began to slowly file out of the cathedral, their conversations a murmur of reflections on the poignant moments of the service. Harry exited the cathedral the way he had entered, with confident strides and a smile for the people still gathered outside. He took a moment to shake hands and exchange a few words with some of the veterans present, his interactions genuine and warm. There were plenty of people keen to see him as he arrived at St. Paul's Cathedral today for a service marking 10 years of the Invictus Games. Representatives from across the Invictus Games participating nations, including members of the wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veteran community, were in attendance. The air was rich with a sense of camaraderie, and shared triumphs as individuals from various backgrounds and countries mingled under the ornate arches of St. Paul's Cathedral. Among the attendees was Army reservist Johnny Ball, a celebrated bronze medal winner from the recent Dusseldorf Invictus Games. His presence added a palpable sense of excitement and inspiration to the gathering. Johnny, visibly moved by the grandeur of the occasion, expressed his feelings about being part of such a significant event. "It is a huge honor to be here today," he remarked, his voice tinged with emotion. "Being part of the Invictus family has transformed my life in ways I couldn't have imagined." His words resonated with many in the room, who nodded in agreement and appreciation. Johnny took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share his thoughts with a broader audience. "Today we gather as a community in St. Paul S to pay thanks to a decade of life-changing and life-saving work owed much to the vision of this man. I still pinch myself that I am Invictus. I am, thank you." His message quickly spread, drawing likes, shares, and comments from fellow veterans, supporters, and advocates from around the globe. By Johnny's side stood his wife Lydia, whose pride in her husband's achievements shone through her beaming smile and supportive glances. They embodied the spirit of mutual support and resilience that the Invictus Games champion. Lydia, sharing her perspective, said, "This cathedral today is filled with heroes. Each person here has overcome incredible challenges. The strength and resilience displayed by these competitors are truly inspiring." The Dean of St. Paul's addressed the congregation, his voice echoing off the ancient stone walls. "We gather this evening to offer grateful thanksgiving to Almighty God for the work of the Invictus Games Foundation, and in this, their 10th anniversary year, we celebrate the tremendous achievements of the numerous competitors across 23 nations." He highlighted the courage and determination exhibited by the veterans and service personnel who had participated in the games over the years. He noted that these games were about more than sports. They were about fostering a sense of community, rebuilding lives, and instilling hope. His speech, punctuated by nods of agreement and occasional murmurs of assent from the assembled crowd, deepened the connection to the words being spoken. As the ceremony progressed, stories of bravery and extraordinary human spirit were shared. Each account added a layer of profound respect and admiration to the evening's proceedings. The choir of St. Paul's then filled the cathedral with a powerful rendition of an anthem that spoke to the journey of recovery and triumph. The event concluded with a moment of silence, a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by many of the attendees. This silence was followed by a rousing round of applause, a collective acknowledgement of the strength and perseverance of the Invictus community. As the attendees slowly dispersed, the impact of the evening's celebrations lingered in the air. Conversations continued outside the magnificent cathedral. Under the fading light of the day, bonds were strengthened and new friendships were formed, all under the banner of the Invictus spirit. The Dean of St. Paul's told the congregation, "We gather this evening to offer grateful thanksgiving to Almighty God for the work of the Invictus Games Foundation. And in this, their 10th anniversary year, we celebrate the tremendous achievements of the numerous competitors across 23 nations." There were lots of smiling faces at St. Paul's Cathedral to mark 10 years of the Invictus Games Foundation. As Sussex Squad and Invictus Games supporters, we are fully behind Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.